Hey guys, T2 out here. Welcome back to the Time Apprentice channel. Today's video is a little bit different. We're doing preventative maintenance on a chainsaw after it probably should have already been done. So right now the issue with this chainsaw is that it will crank up and run, but the blade will not move. The chain will not move. It will crank, but it won't run, and this blade won't run. A couple months ago, it got stuck in a tree where it sat there for 3-4 days until I could get it out. And so now it's all gummed up. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but all of this is just sticky sap. So I'm hoping that if I can get the bar and chain off, that I can wipe it down, clean it up, and it will move. I'm hoping the internals aren't messed up on it. I hear it whenever I rev it up, I hear it trying to move, but if the bar's stuck, if the chain's stuck, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna break this down and we're gonna go from there, clean it up a little bit and see what it does. Now, of course, all of my tools go missing when I need them, but you know, I have backup tools, so I use a ratchet. Like I said, a couple months back, this chainsaw got stuck in a tree that we were cutting up. I was working the next couple days, so I didn't have time to get it out. So it sat there, and it got all sappy, all gummed up, and I'm hoping that's the issue. I'm hoping all we have to do is clean this bar and chain, and it will start working again. Yes, you can see the sap just coming out of this chain. So that is why it's not moving. That is why it's not working. So I'm going to be using Kersone. That is the idea across the internet to get sap off. Hopefully it works. Mostly because I don't want to buy a new chain and I don't want to buy a new bar. That is the easiest fix, is a new bar and chain, right? Just take this off, replace it with the new bar and chain, and then I won't have to worry about it. But new bar and chain is expensive, so I don't want to do that. This spins freely, so it's not gummed up or anything. I will wipe it down. And I'm sticky as all get out. So, yeah, this chain is definitely got some pine sap on it. I have a little bowl of Kersone right here. I'm just gonna stick this chain in it, let it soak for a couple of minutes, and then try to wipe down this blade, try to wipe down this bar, get as much sap off of it as I can. Of course, I have to tell you, you should probably be wearing gloves and safety glasses and whatnot, but yeah, safety first. Now, this is a bad chainsaw owner move, is to wait until you need it to actually clean it up. I should have cleaned it up months ago, just didn't have the time. And so when I went to cut grass yesterday, I realized that I have a bunch of trees that need to be trimmed up because I can't cut my grass with the trees in the way. Came out here, grabbed the chainsaw, fired it right up, and that's when I realized that the bar and chain wouldn't move. And I can just scrape the sap off of it, and this is gross. You know, it's the simple things like this that will get you in trouble, right? I don't use the chainsaw every day. I'm not a lineman. I'm not a chainsaw worker. I have a chainsaw because in case I need a chainsaw. And I've used it a couple times, right? Hurricane Irma rolled through, cut down some trees. We had a snowstorm come up, cut down some trees. This is not a time where I absolutely have to have a chainsaw. It's a time where I want to have a chainsaw. I want to have a working chainsaw. And mine currently doesn't work because I didn't fix it. I didn't clean it. So now, if let's say we were trapped, right? A winter storm came through, a hurricane came in. Let's say that we had trees down the lines. Let's say we had, you know, a tree in our front yard. I want to be able to get out because my chainsaw doesn't work because I didn't fix it. So take the time to care for your tools. Take the time to make sure the things that you want, the things that you need, actually work when you need them. Because if I needed this for some sort of exodus, right? Some sort of leaving the house, big tornado came in, dropped a tree on the house. I wouldn't have it. I would have to sit out here for 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and clean this thing before I could even use it. That's not what you want. You want your tools to work when you need them. So that's basically as good as I'm going to get it. We still have a lot of surface sap, but as far as the teeth, where the teeth go in at, it's not gummed up anymore, so that's what I like. Chances are I'm going to pinch my blade anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to worry about the surface sap. Alright, let's move on to this chain. The Kersone did an alright job. There's a lot of sap still on the bolts where kind of they go together. The internal teeth is what I'm worried about, because that's what was causing it to gum up. You had a lot of sap on these internal teeth, not where it cuts, but where it actually goes into the bar. And that's what was preventing it from being able to move. Thus far, the Kersone seems to be working. There was a lot of different options online when I was looking. A lot of people said like kerosene, gasoline, you know, for a cheap approach. Some of them had things that they were selling, you know, certain products that they were selling that would assist with this. I didn't feel like going to the store to buy anything. If the kerosene works, then use it. But we will see if it works. And thus far, it seems to be doing an alright job. Alright, we'll let that dry and we'll wipe down everything else. So before we put the cover on, we want to make sure that it spins. Right? The problem earlier was that the chain was so gummed up, it wouldn't spin. So with the bar having tension on it, this is your spinner. And magically, it spins. Let's get it all back together, see if it'll actually crank up and spin when pulling the trigger. So it does spin now. Still a little loose, but I'll fix that. But at least we got it working. Like I said, the chain's still a little loose, so I need to tighten it up a little bit more. But covered in kerosene, and at least it works. Now let's go cut some trees. So if kerosene works, it'll get it at least ungummed up. It ain't gonna sharpen it, it ain't gonna make it better, but it will at least ungum it. So before you go toss out your chain just because it's got a little sap on it and doesn't want to work right, use some kerosene. Get some kerosene, wipe everything down, soak the chain, and then go from there. Alright guys, that's all I got. Like I said, a little different video, but preventive maintenance is important. So y'all have a good one.